Hey guys! So today I'm going to do a talk-through tutorial for a boho music festival-y earth tone-ish look. It's going to be a talk-through. I know I don't have a microphone, but I figure this is better than me not saying what I'm doing at all, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to be starting with the eyes. We're going to do a really earth-toned, kind of natural smoky eye, but definitely way more intense and way darker. But this is absolutely perfect for music festivals. If you're wearing like a cool boho-y shirt or something like that, or like a maxi dress that's cute, totes, you can wear this look all summer long, even into the fall. I think it's really cute. So if you want to see it, just keep watching. Okay, so since we're going to have a really dark eye, a lot of the shadows might have fallout, so that's what we're going to start with first so we can clean it up so we don't mess up any of our foundation or blush. I'm going to start with my Maybelline Colette Tattoo, and I have it in like the cream shadow, and it is in Barely Branded. It's really beautiful. I can wear it by itself or use it as a base, but I'm going to use it today as a base so it adds a tiny bit of shimmer to look, the look, and so that it helps everything stay longer. So I'm actually just going to use my finger to apply this all over my lids. Okay, so our eyes are primed. I didn't really do it in a neat way whatsoever because all of the shadow is going to cover it right up anyway. I'm starting with my Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay, and I'm going to put this beautiful, slightly shimmery blackout shade really, really close to my lash line. I want more of a brown look, but since we're not going to be wearing eyeliner, this will be perfect for right by the lash line. Using my e.l.f. smudger brush. It looks like this. Now I'm going to be doing the rest of the eyes with my Smashbox Masterclass 2 palette. I love this palette. We're going to be doing a lot of the eyes and the face with this palette. I really recommend it. It's a great palette. So first off, we have the black line right by my lash line because we're not wearing eyeliner. But before I add any of the brown base colors or anything like that, I want to start with a transition shade. So it doesn't really matter what color you use. I'm going to be taking Wheat from this palette and just putting it all over my crease, windshield wiper motions, just so that I have something to work with my blending later. So since we have our transition shade, now it's time to pack on the brown power. So I'm actually going to start with one of my lighter dark browns. I have three dark browns that I'm actually going to be working with. I just think that they're all really beautiful, and I kind of have a method to my madness for all of them, but I think that they look really nice together. So for my all over my lid, I'm probably going to mix these two together and just pat them on so that it really builds up the color. It's really bold, and it has less fallout, even though we're not really worried about the fallout right now. Okay, so I didn't take the dark colors up much past my lid. That was on purpose. You do not want to have raccoon eyes, girl. So now I'm just going to take that same shade, the same blending brush with wheat on it, and I'm just going to lightly blend this out. I'm not trying to blend it up. I'm just trying to make these harsh lines kind of go away. I know I created them, but it was on purpose. Trust me. It blended out pretty nicely. I'm going to go in with this color called Sable, and I'm just going to put that on top of my crease. So as you can see, now I have a really nice gradient. I'm pretty happy with this. Now I just want to add a few final touches before we start going with the rest of the face. I'm actually going to take this shade called Ambient, and I'm going to pat it with my fingers just right around here, the inner corners, and a tiny bit on the lid. I just want to add a little pop of gold sparkle and make the eyes in the inner corner a little bit brighter. Alright, now we just need a brow highlight, and we can move on to the rest of the face. I'm just going to take this matte shade called Vanilla, and I'm literally just going to sweep it right under my brows. Alright, so that is the top for the eyes. Now I'm just going to clean up my little fallouts that I have on my face with my little face flaggies. Okay, so since we are going for a Boho-chic music festival look, I'm going to use my Physicians Formula BB cream in the shade Light for my face, and I'm actually going to mix a tiny bit of it with my e.l.f. Shimmering Whip. It is a super intense highlight, so I'm literally going to mix a tiny dot with all of my foundation just to kind of give me an all-over glow effect, because like I want it to look like I'm glowing from within, like I was born like this, like I still got baby skin or something like that. Blending this in with my fingers because it is more of a moisturizer that's tinted, just a more coverage tinted moisturizer, if you know what I mean. Now I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer just to conceal my under eyes and kind of brighten my face up a little bit. So I pretty much just use that brush to spread out my concealer. I always finish off my concealers with my fingers just because I feel like that makes it look the most natural. Warm them up. You can see my face just looks like 10 times brighter. I am going to, what do I want to do? I'm going to use my e.l.f. cream blush just to give my cheeks a little bit of color. And I'm just going to blend that in with my fingers, girl. And this also just looks very natural. Now I'm going to be bronzing my face. I'm not really contouring today, just because I'm kind of going for like a more natural, earthy look. But I am going to be putting blush, bronzer, just in the places that really need it. This is my Healthy Glow e.l.f. bronzer in Sunkissed, and it's not matte. It has a little bit of a shimmer, but I really like it, and it looks really good with my skin tone. So, taking out my e.l.f. fluffy brush. So yeah, now that we're super bronzed, now I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of blush and a highlight. I'm going to take my Warm Apricot from my Smashbox Masterclass 2 palette and use that as my blush. And I'm actually going to take the lens highlight from this palette as well. So I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Mega Clear Lash Mascara and just put my lashes into shape, girl. This is my life. People call me all the time. So I did my brows off screen just because my boyfriend called me, but all I did was put that gel over it and shape them how I wanted. I didn't fill them in today just because I was kind of going for a natural brow look, and they are starting to grow in better. As you know, go those bold brows in. Okay, so I'm going to do the bottom of my eyes and then my mascara. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that blackout shade on my smudger brush again and just lightly push that up against my my bottom lash line. I'm not bringing it the whole way over, just about half. This chestnut shade, just because I feel like it goes really well with my gold inner corner, and finish that on the rest of my bottom lash line. Now I'm going to take that crease color and kind of use that to blow it out a little bit more. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that gold and push that in as well. Alright, now I'm going to curl my lashes and put on my favorite mascara, girl! Okay. So I got my Q-tip, and this is what I do. I wait for my mascara to dry, and then literally you just wipe your Q-tip up, and it will seriously come right off of anywhere you don't want it to be. Alright, and say you are going to a music festival, or you're going to be outside all day doing God knows what. I'm going to take my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray and just... Alright, and this will just keep everything in place all day, and it gives you a little bit of a dewy finish. For my hair, I just put a little bit of dry shampoo in it and messed it up a little bit, because I think that is the best Boho-chic way to go. I have my little boho shirt on. It actually has really cute cutouts in the back. So, yeah, but guys, that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.